And listening for academic purposes. And today we are going to talk about short conversations, passives. I think all of you are familiar with passives, right? Okay. How you should do to cope with the questions about passive statements in TOEFL? There are two strategies that you should consider to answer the question from passive statements in TOEFL. There are, the first one, if the conversation contains a passive statement, the answer to the question is often an active statement. And the second, if the conversation contains an active statement, the answer to the question is often a passive statement. Remember the strategies. Okay? Let's take an example. On the recording you will hear, man says, "Is that a new chair?" Woman replies, "Yes, we just bought it last week." What does the woman mean? In your textbook, you read A. She brought the chair with her. B. The chair was lost for a week. C. The chair was purchased recently. And D. She bought the last chair from the store. Which one is correct? Okay, let's identify to the questions. The first one, pay a particular attention to the second line. And we found out that here there is the K terms. There are we and both. We and both. And then this statement is in the form of active. Remember the strategies. If the statement in the question is an active statement, so the answer should be in the form of passives. Let's go to the choices. Look at here. Is it A is correct? No. It is an active statement. Yeah? And how about B? Is it appropriate for the questions? No. It's wrong, yeah? Okay, we go to C. The chair was purchased recently. Yes, it's correct. The form is passive voice and the statements refer to the questions, especially in the second line. Yeah? How about D? Automatically, it's wrong. Okay? Now we go to practice. Right? Okay. Practice to number 1. Man says, "What happened to your notebook?" Woman replies, "I left it in the cafeteria." What does the woman imply? Look at the choices here. The cafeteria is to the left. She left a note on the cafeteria door. She took some notes in the cafeteria. And the notebook was left in the cafeteria. Okay, let's identify the second line of the questions. I left it in the cafeteria. There are two K terms here. Left and cafeteria. Okay, what's the form from this statement? Its form is actives. So you may go directly to find out the passive form. How about A? The cafeteria is to the left. Wrong. It is active here. And then how about B? It is active too. How about C? It is active too. And then The correct is D, because it's in the passive statement. Yeah, okay. Go to the second practice. Let's say, when are we going to talk about the problem with the copy machine? Woman, it will be discussed at the meeting tomorrow. What does the woman mean? Okay, look at the choices here. A. She needs to make copies before the meeting. B. They will talk about the problem tomorrow. C. It is a problem to have a meeting. D. They must discuss whether or not to have a meeting. Okay, let's identify the second line from the conversation. It will be discussed at the meeting, right? What's the prompt? Yeah, this is passive statement, right? So you may go directly to find out the active statement that refer to the questions. Yeah? Okay, let's see A. She needs to make copies before the meeting. Is it appropriate to the questions? Wrong, yeah? Wrong. Okay, B. How about B? They will talk about the problem tomorrow. Is it appropriate or is it the correct answer? Correct. Yes, right. This is the correct answer. Since the form is uh, active and then the statements refers to the questions. Yeah. C is wrong and D is wrong. Okay. To the last practice. Did you correct the paper? I checked every single line again and again. What does the man mean? Look at the choices here. The paper has been thoroughly corrected. He wrote many of the lines over and over. The check marks were on every line of the paper. And D, he wrote a check for the paper. Okay, identify firstly the second line. I check every single line again and again. Yeah, its form is active statement. So you may directly go to find out the passive statement. Look at A. The paper has been thoroughly corrected. Correct, right? The form is passive and it refers to the second line. B is wrong, C is wrong, and D wrong. Yeah, okay. I think is it clear for you? It's clear for you, yeah? That's enough for today. Thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.